Such a rookie mistake.
After spending a few weeks getting covered in red dust and other unsavory substances, we spent a few days in Mildura getting cleaned up, restocking and generally preparing for our trip west finally into South Australia and onwards.
I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, dance, dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna dance. I've been trying to cope since you ran away. I've been feeling lost, I've been feeling pain. And no matter what I do, I just feel like I do what I do for you. I tried to call the doctor, it didn't help. Took a trip out to the sun to
Alright, so a quick update about what we've been up to the last few days. We've been staying in Mildura, love Mildura, beautiful city of Mildura.
Yeah, rural city.
Rural city of Mildura.
Yeah.
And yes, we're getting ready for our big trip across the Nullarbor.
So yes, the Nullarbor, bucket list destination. We're really excited. I got perhaps a little overexcited with the planning, and we're going to go through South Australia. We're going to spend some time in South Australia before the Nullarbor. So planning, what were we doing during the planning?
So we've decided to stock up on all the food and everything while we've still got the Woolies and all the shops and butcher and everything here, and very conveniently in Mildura. So planned out the meals, what we're going to cook for at least the next, I don't know, what,
4 or 5 days, 5 days at
5
least.
days, yep.
Including all the fresh fruit, salads, lots of fruit. Yeah, and the evening meals. Yeah.
Done all the shopping. It's been a hectic day trying to get everything organized. Finally, as I finished work, we got out of here and started driving.
And then about half an hour past out of Mildura towards South Australia, I passed the sign that said, quarantine area, you can't come back with any fruit, which we knew. We've been to Mildura many times, big fans. Yeah, and then I remembered, oh, it's such a rookie mistake. We've been in and out of South Australia at least 3 or 4 times in the last couple of years. So yeah, as all of you travellers that are watching this will know, there's a really strict quarantine going into South Australia. So we've just realised as we passed that sign, pulled over to the side of the road to make a plan.
came off the highway and onto this dirt road. Now, mind you, of course, we've just washed the car and the camper in Mildura, as you do. We've got to look after it, but yep, and we're already covered in dust. Gotta love the dust.
Gotta love the dust. I love the dust.
Love the dust. No fun on tarmac.
That's exactly right. Freedom lands, get off the tarmac.
We've checked the quarantine rules. There's quite a lot of stuff that we can take in, like
Yeah.
carrots and the zucchinis and all things like that.
Onions, there's a
Yeah.
stack of stuff we
Fresh
bought that we
lettuce.
can. Yeah.
Yep, but there's a whole bunch of things that we can't. So we've just made an ad hoc plan to just pull over somewhere, anywhere random along the way. We're about 60k from the South Australia border, and stop for a couple of days and do a big cook up. So we just cook everything we can.
Eat as much fruit as we can. It's going to be a 2 or 3 days of a lot of fruit and veg, which is great. So it's all good for you. It's all good stuff.
And yeah, freeze some stuff, and yeah, so no food waste.
So we're here on the Murray, absolutely gorgeous. A few pelicans went past as soon as we pulled up. It's glorious. A few flies, but you know, the great outdoors. Suck it up.
That's the great thing about the Murray. You can pretty much pull up anywhere, and it's a campsite. Oh well, you know, you can camp anywhere along the river pretty much. Pulled off the highway and found this spot.
And it is not too shabby.
Not a bad way to spend a couple of days.
Absolutely gorgeous.
All right, what's missing here?
Beer.
Say my name. I'm in the say my name. I'm in the say my name. I'm in the say my name.
Yikes. Just getting set up for the morning coffee, getting the scales out, and yeah, this little cocoon nest was on the scales. I think it's a wasp. How to move it safely without hurting it? Do you think he's just sleeping? Do they make one every night? I don't understand. Lunch of champions.
And welcome to tonight's quiz show. Today's subject is, what can you bring into South Australia from Victoria out of fresh produce? Let's see if Louise can answer the questions correctly. Alright, first things first. Fresh fruit.
That is a definite no.
Correct. No fresh fruit to be taken across the border. Tricky one. Avocado.
Avocado is a fruit. That's a hard pass.
Whoa, very good. But for bonus points, what if we froze the avocados?
You can take it through, but it'd taste like crap.
I'll give that one to you. Yes, you can take frozen fruit or dried across the border. Okay. Tomatoes.
Tomatoes are also fruit. No.
She's good. She's good. All right, let's step it up a notch. Capsicums.
Also a fruit. No.
Cucumber.
No. You can't. I don't think.
Yes, you can. Finally a win. You can. I better check that actually. Double check. Yeah, we're pretty sure. Yep. Carrots.
Yes, root vegetables is a yes.
Excellent. Very good. Radishes.
They look fruity, but they also look like a root vegetable. I'm gonna say yes. You can.
Excellent. Extra points for radishes. Okay, is this a trick question? Onion.
I feel like you should be able to take onion everywhere, so I'm just gonna say yes.
Yeah, onions are good. Yep. Beans and peas.
Well, if they can't be taken across, you definitely can freeze them, and they'd probably taste okay. So I'm gonna say yes, frozen.
No, these are good. These are good to go across the border as they are. Yeah, I'm not sure about. Yeah, they probably will freeze okay, but who can be bothered, right? And leafy salads.
I'm going to say no, because you don't know what's in them. Like there might be some fruit in them. I don't know. Maybe?
That's a valid point. I think the ones we have are okay. Definitely spinach, lettuce, that kind of thing, and it's got carrot and root vegetables in it is all good. Pretty sure this one is okay as well.
It's got corn.
I'll have to check on corn. Okay, and that is a wrap. So anything that didn't make the cut is getting cooked. Another chilly morning. It's been pretty windy. Interesting, it got up to about 40 degrees yesterday during the day, and then the wind picked up and it was really blustery and crazy. So we had to pack up a lot of the outside stuff so it didn't get blown away or sandblasted. So very happy with how the van is coping with the various different weather. It's great to see that the battery and the solar is coping really well. We've pretty much had to run the aircon all day yesterday through the hottest part of the day, and we did get down to about 40% last night, I think, and woke up to 28, which is pretty good. So yeah, very happy with how it's all working.
So decided it was time to check the Ogo compost toilet. We have been on the road for a little while, but we've also been in caravan parks, so I haven't been using it daily, etc. Yes, it's time to empty it today, right now. So yay for the first compost bin emptying experience. I won't film it because that'd be gross. But yeah, I'll report back and tell you how easy, difficult, or other it was.
And that's our first Ogo emptying mission complete. Now we're talking solids here, so no graphic detail. It wasn't actually difficult or anything. It took a little bit longer than we were expecting. And yeah, here are a few tips that you might find helpful. First things first, how full is too full? We were cutting it a little bit fine there, a bit close to the edge, but that's okay. So essentially you want to leave enough room at the top of the bucket so that as it rotates and the agitator does its job, nothing spills over. It was totally fine. It just made it a little bit more difficult to empty, and a little bit precarious when we're emptying it if you got it a little bit too full. But all good. Secondly, the peat core. A few safety tips. It is an organic product. It does have organisms in it, just like fertilizer. So you do need to handle it a little bit carefully. So use gloves. That's pretty much common sense because you are going to be digging into it and breaking it up. So that makes it a lot more pleasant to work with. And I use a head sock, or you can use a mask. Just not breathing in the small particles of it is a good tip, because yeah, you don't want that. When breaking up the core with your gloves, try to get all of the little bits and chunky chunks out, because it does help the agitator work. So we managed to get it into a nice, very fine powder. And another tip, don't do it in the wind. It blows everywhere, and not just breaking it up, but also when you're actually putting into the bucket, it tends to just blow everywhere if it's even a little bit windy. Tip number 3, how much core to use and how much water. So the Ogo as standard comes with a 9-litre block of core, and we ended up using half of that, so 4.5 litres, and that worked really well. So we did that again, so the other half of that block, and yeah, grind it up nice and fine. And we did end up putting 1 cup of water into it as well. So that, again, that gives it a nice consistency, a bit easier to work with, and as well as when you're actually pouring it, it reduces the amount of all these small dry particles flying around. So.
All right. So what people really want to know, how disgusting was it?
Totally fine, absolutely no problem at all. It looks like compost or even sawdust, to be honest. There's no smell, nothing unpleasant at all. I had no issues handling it at all, and I would much rather do that any day than handle a chemical toilet. So yay, big thumbs up for the Ogo.
Good morning. So pack up day today. Just about to head off to South Australia. So guys, just organised some fruit. It's been a bit of a mission of finishing the fruit, but we will accomplish it today. We'll be eating bananas in the car, I think, but we will definitely be doing fruit free before we hit the border. I'll just show you New South Wales one last time before we go. We have really enjoyed a few days looking at that beautiful riverbank over there. And yeah, I feel like it's almost 3 states in one day, with New South Wales being right there in Victoria and off to South Australia. And I am certain South Australia will not disappoint either.
Alright, so we are through the quarantine. Really happy that we went into all the trouble eating of the veggies and fruit. All clear on the quarantine. We are in South Australia.
Yay! It's good to be back. And after those few days of all that beautiful fresh food, I feel like a pizza and a glass of red wine. First night in South Australia for this trip. Not quite pizza and red wine, but bolognese, traditional spag bowl. Come on, pretty good.
And red wine. Very close. Another beautiful morning. We are at Mambray Creek Campground in Mount Remarkable National Park.
Oh,
yes,
beautiful.
this is actually our favourite campground from between Adelaide and Port Augusta.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit off the highway, and it's absolutely worth the little detour. It's absolutely gorgeous here. There's wildlife. It's green and lush with huge towering gums. The campsite itself is paid. It's a national park. It's I think it's about $32 a night,
Yeah.
but the facility is fantastic. It's I think it was updated about a year ago, and all the facilities are really modern. The showers and toilets and camp kitchen and running potable water. So really great. Worth every cent.
We drove in yesterday afternoon. It was greeted straight away by a couple of big emus. They were beautiful, and woke up this morning early, came straight out, and there was a nice kangaroo and a little bubs foraging around, and yeah, just what a way to wake up. It's just been amazing. And there's coffee, so that's also very good. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Next week, we've got a surprise episode.
Yes. Normally we do an episode every 2 weeks, but we just couldn't resist this one. We're going to do one next week, and this is going to be the full 2 months review of our Recon R4. living full-time for 2 months, and we're going to give you all the things we love about it and a few things we've had to get used to. So don't miss it, it's going to be awesome. And if you like this one, please like, subscribe, you know the drill, and we'll see you next week.